For all its glitz and glamour, Hollywood can be cruel and harsh, even at the best of times. It takes people years to claw their way to the top of show business, but just one flop later and they can be right back at the bottom. Just ask any of the unlucky actors on this list, and they'll probably tell you the same thing. Fame is fleeting. Here is Screen Rant's list of 10 reasons why these actors fell off the earth. If you like it, remember to subscribe to the Screen Rant channel and join the notification squad. And before we start, can you guess this movie from these emojis? Stay tuned for the answer at the end of our video. Chris Kattan. For years, Chris Kattan was one of the most important cast members on Saturday Night Live, known for his energetic performances and several notable characters, including Gay Hitler and Mr. Peepers. In 1998, Kattan and castmate Will Ferrell starred as the head-nodding Bootaby brothers in A Night at the Roxbury, which seemed to signal a promising film career for both of them. Alas, it was not to be. While Ferrell became a major star, Kattan got Corky Romano. When this first solo-starring movie came out, critics ripped it to shreds, and it bombed at the box office. Despite small roles here and there, Kattan's career has never recovered. Paul Hogan. Paul Hogan rose to fame in America during a small wave of Australia mania in the mid-80s. Already famous as the star of The Paul Hogan Show Down Under, Hogan made his crossover with Crocodile Dundee, about an Aussie bushman who comes to New York City. The movie was a hit and made an instant star out of Hogan. Unfortunately, it also tied him to this one signature role, and Hogan could not escape.
Oh, it's a bit rough, but I'll manage.
When Hogan tried to branch out in films like Almost an Angel and Lightning Jack, nobody even noticed. Though he had one last hurrah in 2001's Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, we haven't seen much of him since. Shannon Elizabeth. Shannon Elizabeth's beautiful body adorned the walls of many high school boys' bedrooms, but she could never really prove that she had what it took to be an actress. She came to fame as Nadia, the sexy Slovakian exchange student in American Pie, and was soon appearing on magazine covers as the new Hollywood it girl. Despite starring roles in Tomcats and 13 Ghosts, she was typecast as the sexy girl in nearly everything, and it just wasn't enough to keep her career moving forward. These days, Elizabeth is still working, but her days as a star are long over. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes could act, and he could also kick ass. During the 90s, Snipes starred in one hit after another, from Demolition Man to U.S. Marshals. And in 1998, he found his signature role as Blade, a half-vampire crime fighter based on the Marvel comic. But in the 2000s, his shtick was growing old, and movies like The Art of War and Undisputed failed to bring home the bacon. His career really ended after a 2006 conviction for tax fraud, which saw him going to jail for almost 3 years. He has since made appearances in The Expendables 3 and Spike Lee's Chirac, but he's no longer the star he once was. Bridget Fonda. Bridget Fonda is the third generation of Hollywood royalty. Her grandfather Henry Fonda starred in many westerns during the studio era, while her father defined a generation in the counterculture classic Easy Rider. Bridget seemed set to follow in their footsteps, with head-turning roles in Single White Female and Point of No Return. But as the 90s wore on, her career couldn't quite keep up with those expectations. By 2001, she was playing a prostitute in the Jet Li vehicle Kiss of the Dragon. That was her last major role, and since then she has focused on raising a family with composer Danny Elfman.
I'm being creative? Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have some work to do.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Tom Green. Tom Green wasn't your average comedian. Tom Green was pretty weird. The host of a bizarre MTV prank show with a surrealist twist, Green became an unlikely celebrity. He starred in the hit comedy Road Trip, was referenced in an Eminem song, and married Drew Barrymore. But it all came to an end after Green directed and starred in Freddy Got Fingered, an absurdist anti-comedy that critics tore to shreds and audiences ignored. Over the years, Freddy Got Fingered has gained a cult audience, but it still hasn't done much for his career. These days, Green hosts a little-seen web series. And no, he's no longer married to Drew Barrymore.
You are a psycho.
Skeet Ulrich. Back in the 90s, Skeet Ulrich seemed destined for fame and fortune. Ulrich worked his way up from an off-Broadway theater troupe to Hollywood fame, only to fade right back into obscurity. After starring in movies like Scream, The Newton Boys, and Ang Lee's Ride with the Devil, his career just kind of stalled. After the failure of Chill Factor, an action film co-starring Cuba Gooding Jr., Ulrich just could not catch a break. He had a brief comeback on the cult favorite TV series Jericho, but it wasn't enough to revive his career. You can find him now playing the father of Jughead Jones on the CW's Riverdale. Misha Barton. You remember Marissa, right? The beautiful but troubled female lead of the OC, the soapy teen drama that pretty much defined the 2000s? Despite never getting much praise as an actor, Barton became the it girl of the period, gracing magazine covers and modeling for various designer brands. But all that fame couldn't keep her career going. The years following her much-hyped death on the OC were not kind to Barton, as she starred in flop after flop, like Closing the Ring and Virgin Territory. Barton has since moved to television, but her last role was on Dancing with the Stars, which is just never a good sign for an actor's career.
You hard a hitter, I can tell.
Chris O'Donnell, Robin himself. Chris O'Donnell seemed set for stardom after landing the role of the boy wonder in Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever. As the troubled orphan adopted by Bruce Wayne, O'Donnell certainly looked the part, and he also starred in more respectable fare like The Scent of a Woman. But after Batman and Robin bombed, O'Donnell had a hard time staying relevant. He starred in movies like The Bachelor and Vertical Limit, but they never seemed to be a hit. But you don't have to be too worried about him. He's been a series regular on NCIS Los Angeles since 2009. Tara Reid. Tara Reid is the original good girl gone bad. Well, okay, not the original, but one of the first to do it in an age of constant tabloid television coverage. Reid first gained success as the good girl Vicky in American Pie. She soon became a tabloid sensation, dating MTV personality Carson Daly and picking up starring roles left and right. After the high-profile failures of Van Wilder, Josie and the Pussycats, and My Boss's Daughter, she became a fixture of tabloids for her excessive lifestyle and many relationships.
Sex. It's always about sex.
She's still around, occasionally doing reality TV shows and appearing in all 3 Sharknado films, but she'll probably never have the same amount of fame as she had after American Pie.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
So how did you like our list? Are there any other celebrities who fell off the face of the earth like these ones? And the answer to the movie emoji is... Did you get the right answer? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video, make sure that you check out our friends at the CBR YouTube channel. They've got some amazing new videos about movies, TV, video games, comics, and tons of other fun stuff. Check out their new video, subscribe to their channel, and don't forget to tell them that Screen Rant sent you. Thanks for watching.